All right, good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us for our IACAC Virtual College Exploration. We've got a panel today for you for St. Ambrose College, and we hope you'll enjoy that. Just a couple of tips before we get going. First, if your cameras and your microphone are off, so our panelists cannot hear or see you. So if you do have any questions, which we hope you do, use the Q&A box and they will be answering your questions for you. Please feel free to sign up for some more sessions at iacac.org. And this will be recorded, so you can access this later in about a week at iacac.org. Without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to our presenters.
All right. Thank you, Kat. And hello, everybody. I am just preparing to share my screen here. So my name is Jill Hall-Ubetz, and I am a senior admissions counselor at St. Ambrose University in Davenport, Iowa. So I thank you for joining us today for some more information about St. Ambrose. And along with me, we have another admissions counselor, Izzy Forel, who will be answering your questions as we go along. So please feel free to use the Q&A section, the Q&A button, to answer questions or to ask questions as we go through the presentation. Izzy will answer all of them as she can, and then at the end we will leave some additional time for Q&A as well. So hi, Izzy.
Hi.
Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so at St. Ambrose, we are committed to serving, transforming, and leading lives of world-shaping success. I look forward to the opportunity to sharing St. Ambrose with you and all of the ways in which we believe in our students. So just some buzzworthy facts here. You're going to hear that a lot, references to bees and buzzing, and you'll find out a little bit later why. But some of the more noteworthy buzzworthy facts about St. Ambrose. Our total enrollment is just around 3,000 students. 2,900 to be exact total enrollments, and around 2,200 of those students are undergraduate students at St. Ambrose. And what that means is that those are our students who are in their first 4 years of undergraduate study. Our total enrollment, that number is a little bit higher because it does include our students who are in our graduate programs, some of our master's programs, and some of our doctoral programs, which you'll hear about a little bit later. We also like to point out the fact that 69% of our undergraduates do live on campus. And the reason that's important is that that truly does help to build a greater sense of community amongst our students on campus. We certainly don't have a type of community where students live on campus their first 2 years because that's the requirement, and then they're anxious to get off campus and move into an apartment somewhere in the local area. Our students like being on campus. We provide great housing options for our undergraduate students, including first-year residence halls with private facilities, all the amenities you can possibly need, up to apartment-style residence halls, townhomes on campus, and campus or university-owned houses that surround campus as well. So there's an awful lot for undergraduate students to learn from one another and being able to interact with one another as residents of campus. Our student to faculty ratio is 12:1, and our average class size is about 20 students. And why that should be important for you, especially as a learner, is that that means more personalized attention and closer connections with the faculty members at St. Ambrose. If you're struggling with a class, if you need additional help, if you're looking for research opportunities from day one as an Ambrose student, You'll be able to find that because of that low student to faculty ratio and average class size that you'll find on campus. And another point that I like to point out here on this particular screen is that 100% of our first year students receive a financial aid package and financial aid overall from St. Ambrose. Here at St. Ambrose, we want you to discover what means the most to you as a student and as an individual. Since you are a student first, that discovery starts in the classroom. At St. Ambrose, we offer over 60 undergraduate majors, and most all of our majors can be turned into minors with relative ease as well, if that's something that you're looking to do. Students can major and minor, they can double major, especially if you're coming into college with advanced placement credits or dual credits that were completed at a community college while in high school. It's absolutely easy or even easier to double major and or minor. So over 60 majors at the undergraduate level, and as a comprehensive university, we also offer 14 master's programs and 3 doctoral programs. Some of our new programs include human resources management, digital filmmaking, and biomedical lab science. Some of our more popular programs, or the top 5, students ask all the time, well, what do people come to St. Ambrose specifically to study? Some of our more popular programs are those that are in our College of Health and Human Services, including nursing, physical therapy, occupational therapy, physician assistant, and speech. We do have direct admit programs for physical therapy, occupational therapy, and physician assistant, along with an early decision placement program for nursing. In addition to that, education is very popular at St. Ambrose. Early childhood education, elementary education, and secondary education. And all of our education majors, because we are in Iowa, if you're coming from the state of Illinois, you would actually be dual certified to teach in both states. So what that means is you could stay in Iowa if you fall in love with the Quad Cities area, like a lot of our students do, you can stay. If you decide that you wanted to come back to Illinois to teach, you won't be deficient in credits, and there won't be any issues with you getting your certification to come back to Illinois. Engineering is also popular, both mechanical and industrial engineering, and both programs are ABET accredited. Forensic psychology and criminal justice. Forensic psychology is super popular, and we are one of the only universities, or a handful of universities in the country, that offers that as a standalone major. And then, of course, anything in our business realm. And just this year, we opened our brand new business building on campus. So certainly a good time to be a business major at St. Ambrose. And you can find the full list of all of our programs on our website at www.sau.edu. St. Ambrose is grounded in the liberal arts, so our students will take general education classes in addition to courses within their major. We value the added knowledge students are able to gain by expanding beyond their major. Our students acquire transferable skills like critical thinking, teamwork, problem solving, and public speaking that make them well-rounded individuals, employees, and community members. So the 3 areas in which all of our students have to complete general education requirements are fundamental skills and knowledge, the liberal arts perspective, and the Catholic intellectual tradition. Fundamental skills and knowledge will include classes like public speaking, rhetoric and writing, and also foreign language. At St. Ambrose, we do have a foreign language requirement for all of our degrees. It is not required, though, for admissions purposes. If you complete 3 years of the same foreign language while in high school, that requirement, once you're a St. Ambrose student, will be waived. The liberal arts perspective category includes classes like the sciences, history, political science, those types of classes. And the Catholic intellectual tradition. As a Catholic institution, our students do have to take 1 semester of theology, 1 semester of philosophy, and 2 semesters of either theology, philosophy, justice and peace studies. There is a whole laundry list of classes for you to choose from within all of these areas. So some of these classes will count as prerequisites for your major, and some are just classes that you can take because they sound interesting. If you're into photography, take a photography class. If you're thinking you want to be an occupational therapist who runs your own practice, take some business classes. This is the area where you can take classes to explore your interests outside of your major as well. In order to successfully discover yourself and the world around you, you will need support and some collaborating with others. St. Ambrose offers a variety of resources that give you that support that you deserve. We offer a number of academic and support resources for our students to ensure that once you're on our campus, you are successful academically and in the classroom. One of those resources is the Student Success Center. The Student Success Center offers free tutoring for all 100 and 200 level classes, and higher level classes tutoring is available upon request. There is also a writing center for all students within the Student Success Center. So that very first big research paper that you have to write for your class, if you're unsure of where to get started, if you're unsure of your citations, you can absolutely access the Writing Center to peer edit, to review, to make suggestions, and help make corrections as well. And there's also supplemental instruction. So in all of your classes, which will be 100% taught by faculty, not by graduate assistants and not by student assistants, you may have a supplemental instructor sitting in on your class. And what a supplemental instructor is it's an upperclassman student, maybe in their 3rd or 4th year, or even in a graduate program, sitting in on the class. So when you go to the Student Success Center, that supplemental instructor can review concepts that were perhaps taught in the class. They can help review for an upcoming exam. So the Student Success Center is a great office to visit as soon as you get to campus to help you adjust to college level coursework. Students and professional staff can help you develop strong study skills that you will take with you throughout all 4 of your years at St. Ambrose. The Accessibility Resource Center provides a variety of services and accommodations intended to reduce the effect of a physical or learning disability and what that can have on your performance in the classroom. They offer lots of resources like one-on-one meetings with learning specialists, alternative exam arrangements, assistive listening devices, note takers, and so on. This is typically for students who may have had a 504 plan or an IEP in high school, and it can also be for temporary accommodations. If you hurt yourself and you need to be accommodated because of that, or whatever the reason might be, you can work with the Accessibility Resource Center to receive accommodations above and beyond what is typically provided in the classroom. Our team of academic advisors helps students discover which classes are right for them. We have professional advisors and faculty advisors for students once you have declared a major. Advisors will meet with students throughout the year in order to monitor your progress and assist in class selection. They're here to guide you throughout your journey and support you in any way that they can. And the Career Center is designed to be a 4-year office on campus. They offer support and a wide variety of opportunities for students throughout the year. And those opportunities can vary from resume writing to hosting career fairs, etiquette dinners. Alumni mentoring program is a huge service and opportunity that they provide to our students as well. And they can also help you if you would like to find a job on campus, whether that's a work study job or whether that's just a job that you would like to find. to work in addition to attending classes. In addition to supporting you, we are committed to helping you step outside the classroom and possibly outside of your comfort zone by getting involved on campus and within the community. At St. Ambrose, we're proud to offer nearly 100 different groups and activities on campus. Those groups can range from anywhere from academic and professional clubs that are related to your particular major, cultural clubs, honor society, service clubs, special interest clubs, and wellness and recreation. Within the wellness and recreation department, we do offer both club and intramural activities, and any ideas that a student has for a particular club or activity, we absolutely encourage that, and you can start your own club at any point in time. I've worked with a student in the past who helped to create a particular club at her high school that she wanted to continue at the collegiate level because she saw the benefit of it and she was very passionate about it. As soon as she was on campus, she worked with our director of student activities and made that happen. So it's important that when you come to campus, you find yourself to be involved in things outside of the classroom. That just helps you feel a deeper sense of connection to the university. It allows you to find leadership and professional development opportunities, and it also allows you to make connections outside of the classroom. You meet more people from lots of majors. You make connections with faculty members, perhaps outside of your intended major, and it overall, again, just helps you feel more connected to the campus community. One of the activities that we have on campus that a lot of our students will participate in is campus ministry. We are one campus ministry at St. Ambrose and are welcoming of all faiths. Campus ministry is located in the lower level of Christ the King Chapel, which is the chapel that we have on campus. This group does lots of different activities, anything from retreats to service learning trips. Mass is offered through the campus ministry program on a weekly basis, and also in our beautiful grotto. When the weather is nice outside, they will offer mass for our students. It's really pretty. The trees are all lit up with lights, and it's really just a very cool experience. Last year, just alone in terms of giving back to the community and volunteering through our campus ministry program. And keep in mind that we do not have this as a requirement for graduating from St. Ambrose, but last year our students volunteered and gave their time back to the community and volunteered for more than 170,000 hours. Just by choice. We didn't make them do it. It's something that our students wanted to do and felt was important. And one of the first things you'll experience as a student at St. Ambrose is the urban plunge. Your first couple of days on campus, when you move in as a first-year student, you will participate in the urban plunge. And what that is that all of our first-year students are divided into different groups, and they go out into the community and really just provide a day of service around the Quad Cities area. It's a great way to meet other students. It's a great way to learn about the community surrounding campus, and it's a great way to give back and instill that sense of service right away. Our students are dedicated beyond the classroom as they represent St. Ambrose in athletic competitions or on stage. In terms of athletics, it is an integral part of life at St. Ambrose. We have approximately 800 student athletes on campus who are members of our 29 varsity athletic teams. And going back to what I said before, where you would hear us refer and use bee puns all the time, and the reason for that is because we are proudly the Fighting Bees and are the only Fighting Bees in the country, which if nothing else, that definitely makes us stand out. And we are members of the National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics, or what's more commonly referred to as the NAIA. By being part of the NAIA, we are able to offer athletic scholarships to our student athletes. It's a way for us to reward you for your hard work and dedication, all while lowering the cost of your education. A couple of new programs that we are bringing on board for the fall of 2021. Men's wrestling is new, and we are also starting an indoor marching arts program. So for those of you who are interested in marching band, color guard, and everything involved with that, indoor marching arts would be right up your alley. St. Ambrose University will be one of the only universities in the Midwest region to offer such a program. We've invested a lot into our athletic programs over the past few years and have built new facilities like the St. Vincent's Athletic Complex and the Wellness and Recreation Center, which you can see in that picture. With programs in music, art, and theater, students are able to continue their passion for the arts, whether you choose to major in it or not. And personally, that's what I feel is the beauty of a liberal arts school. Regardless of major, you are absolutely encouraged to pursue your passion in the arts, in music, and in theater. All of these programs are housed in our Galvin Fine Arts Center, and we do offer scholarships for all three areas. For art and theater, you do have to declare either a major or a minor to qualify for one of their scholarships. For art, the scholarship amount will be based upon a portfolio review, and for theater, that would be based upon a tryout. And again, whether you major or minor in theater, if you really don't want to and you don't want to audition for a scholarship, but you just want to continue performing or working behind the scenes on set development and design, you absolutely can. For our music programs, you do not have to major or minor to qualify for a music scholarship. And just like theater, our music scholarships would be based upon an audition. So again, reach out to your admissions counselor to talk about this process to qualify for a fine arts scholarship. As you've heard me say, community is one of our favorite words at St. Ambrose. It's truly a great way to describe, though, the institution and our culture on campus. When you're on campus, we know that it's important for both you and your family to know that you are going to be safe. And it's a top priority for us. And because of that, our campus is under surveillance 24 hours a day. Resident advisors and hall directors do internal rounds throughout the day and evening to ensure the safety of our residents. Security walks through campus, they walk through academic buildings and residence halls throughout the day and the evening as well. We also have an emergency text system for all campus and all of our families, so everyone can be alerted to important information, including campus closures and any other pertinent information that needs to be shared. So if you're not 100% familiar with where we are yet, St. Ambrose is located in Davenport, Iowa, which is one of the Quad Cities. The Quad Cities is made up of 4 cities, 2 in Iowa and 2 in Illinois, and has a population of just over 330,000 people. You can see on this map here that where we are located, we are right on the border between Illinois and Iowa. The only thing separating us is the Mississippi River. You can see some travel times there on the map. From most locations in the Chicagoland area, we are about a 2-hour and 45-minute drive west. Of course, depending where you are in Illinois, that could be a little more or that could be a little bit less. If you're not familiar with the Quad Cities area, the opportunities for internships and careers are very strong. Over 75% of our students take part in an internship during their time at St. Ambrose, and the majority of them end up staying right there in the Quad Cities area. 35% of our students have decided to stay in the area following graduation to start their careers, and almost 60% have decided to stay in the state of Iowa. So certainly no shortage of things to do outside of campus. You can see in that picture there, that is our downtown Davenport area. Campus is about 5 minutes, not even 3 to 5 minutes from the downtown area. And you can see our ballpark there. That is Modern Woodman Stadium. That is home to our men's baseball team, but it's also home to the Quad City River Bandits, and it has been voted the #1 minor league ballpark in the nation. In addition to that, we have the Tax Slayer Arena, which hosts lots of big name concerts and events throughout the year, shows, museums, restaurants, theaters, street festivals. So certainly no shortage of things to do on the weekends and in the evenings as a St. Ambrose student in the Davenport area. So I've talked a lot about campus and the community surrounding it, but let's go beyond campus, beyond the Quad Cities, and even beyond the United States to explore study abroad opportunities. We offer over 25 programs for study abroad. Tuition, fees, room, and meals are covered in your study abroad experience. So the nice thing about that is if you're looking to study abroad, it's not going to cost you any more to attend a program in another location than it would for you to attend St. Ambrose for that semester or however long you intend to be on a study abroad program. Some of our programs can range from 1 week to 3 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, or a semester-long program as well. Last year, we had over 150 students study abroad in various locations. You can see some of those places listed there on the screen. And me personally, I would absolutely encourage any student, if you can fit it into your course plan, to study abroad, whether that's a semester or a couple weeks program. That's something that I personally did when I was in college, and it added so much to my experience. And it also gave me skills that I needed as an adult after college. It helped me become more independent. And it also allowed me to travel and see parts of this world that I don't know that I would have seen without that. So definitely something to consider and take advantage of if you are able to. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about cost and financial aid at St. Ambrose. As a private institution, our tuition is not locked in from year to year. It's not fixed, and there is an expectation that there would be about a 2 to 3% increase each year in our tuition rate. So on the screen, you can see that tuition for the 2021 academic year, which is our current academic year, was $32,478. And that is for any student taking between 12 and 18 credit hours per semester. So it doesn't matter if you're taking 15 credit hours, if you're taking 18 credit hours, or if you're taking 12 credit hours, everybody is going to pay the same tuition rate. Our average room and board is around $11,150. It can be a little bit more than that if you choose the most expensive residence hall and the most expensive meal plan, and it can certainly be less than that if you're looking to cut some costs and save a little bit of money. You could consider a less costly residence hall and less costly meal plan. As far as meal plans go, we offer meal plans of 7, 10, 14, or 19 meals. And we offer different residence hall options for first-year students. An estimated total cost for, again, this current academic school year was around $43,628, and that is before any financial aid is added. We do offer academic scholarships that are automatic for our admitted students. So if you apply to St. Ambrose and you are admitted, you will receive an automatic merit scholarship. And those scholarships for the fall of 2021 will range from $13,000 per year up to full tuition. The minimum guarantee or the maximum guarantee would be full tuition, but you do have to apply to go through that process to receive an Ambrose Scholar Award. So outside of that, the scholarships again would range from $13,000 to $25,000 per year. And that will be based upon your high school information at the time of admission. This year, without requiring test scores, your academic scholarship initially, if you're admitted, will be based upon your unweighted high school GPA. And I will talk about that a little bit more on the next screen. For the Ambrose Scholar Award, for those of you who have a 3.9 unweighted high school GPA out of 4 or higher, and a 29 ACT or 1340 SAT, you will be invited to compete for an Ambrose Scholar Award, which would be full tuition. So again, in addition to academic scholarships, we can award institutional aid above and beyond that. If your mother or father graduated from St. Ambrose, you would receive an automatic alumni award. If you indicate any diversity on your application for admission, you'll also receive our automatic diversity award. Catholic students, depending on diocese and location. Athletics, I've mentioned that we can offer athletic scholarships on top of merit, and fine arts scholarships as well. And in addition to that, we do award state and federal aid. Some of the more popular ones are listed there. As Illinois residents, you'd be looking potentially at the Pell Grants, the FSEOG grant, and work study, in addition to student loans. And the awarding of this information will be based upon FAFSA submission and overall need as demonstrated on the FAFSA. As you know, as you hopefully know, the FAFSA became available on October 1st. If you haven't filed already, or if you need to go back and add St. Ambrose to your list of schools on the FAFSA, our code is listed there on the screen. It's 001889. And just a reminder, and an important fact to point out, 90% of our first-year students receive state and federal aid in addition to academic or institutional aid at St. Ambrose. One other thing to point out, and hopefully as seniors, or if any of you are younger, start looking for outside scholarship opportunities. Look within your counseling office at your high school. Look at community organizations, your parents' employers. There is no limit to the number or amount that we will accept for outside scholarships at St. Ambrose. So if you get an academic scholarship and institutional aid and state or federal aid, and you bring in outside scholarships, we will put all of those together as a complete financial aid package for you. Our admissions requirements. So you can see here on the screen that you will be encouraged to apply online. You will go to our website, www.sau.edu/apply, and you'll complete our online application process. Really, this application is designed to be simple. It's not clunky. It's very user-friendly, and typically takes less than 30 minutes to complete. There is no application fee, and there is no essay requirements to submit our application. Once you've submitted your application, you will want to request that your high school transcript be sent from your high school. If you need to email that to us, or your counselor needs to email that to us, most schools are using electronic platforms such as Parchment or Naviance to submit transcripts, and that's absolutely fine. Request that your high school send us your transcripts so that we can complete your application and provide you with an admissions decision within about 10 to 14 days of everything being received. If you are taking dual credit classes, you can have your college transcript sent to us, but we really would not need that until and unless you decide to attend St. Ambrose, so that we can do an analysis to let you know what credits will transfer and how those would apply. As a first-year student for the fall of 2021 or beyond, we are test optional at this point. So if you do not have an ACT or SAT score and you meet our minimum admissions requirement of a 2.5 out of 4.0 on weighted GPA, we are not going to require an ACT or SAT score for you. Certainly if you have a score or if you end up taking a test, certainly send that score to us, as we will review merit scholarships until March 1st of your senior year. So if you are admitted without a test score and then you submit a test score, we will look at that to determine if that increases your merit scholarship, and if it does, we will increase that for you. And again, that is through March 1st of your senior year. Outside of that, we are on rolling admissions, so you can apply at any point during your senior year and through May 1st. So just a checklist of things to make sure you're taking care of if you are going through the application process. You'll submit your application, you'll receive your admissions decision from us, again, within 10 to 14 days of completion of your application. You'll file the FAFSA. Be sure to include St. Ambrose on your list of schools. You can include up to 10 schools on your FAFSA. And again, that opened on October 1st. If you haven't already visited St. Ambrose, absolutely, now is a wonderful time to visit. The weather isn't awful. It's beautiful on campus. And we are accepting in-person visitors, which I will talk about a little bit in a second. If you've already been on campus, come back. Every single time you're on campus, you will experience something different. I can guarantee that. So if you've already been on campus and you've done one type of visit, come back for another one. We'd love to see you. If you make the final decision to attend St. Ambrose, our housing contract will open in November, and our official commit form will open in January for students to let us know they've made the decision to attend and they're super excited about it. As I mentioned, we are offering both in-person and virtual visit options. On-campus visit opportunities include mini visit days, Saturday visits, and individual visits that are tailored to you and exactly what you want to do and see while you're on campus. Virtual visit opportunities include a fall visit day, virtual information sessions, which are held on Sundays, individual visits that can be one-on-one with your admissions counselor virtually, and there are also after-hours visits that can be scheduled in the evening, outside of school time, outside of work time for parents. It's so important to visit a campus. Just like driving a car, you would not buy a car without test driving it, without kicking the wheels, without checking out the interior. Same goes for a college or university. You certainly do not want to make the decision to attend without having visited the campus. So whatever you are most comfortable with at this point in time, we offer both in-person and virtual visit opportunities. So with that being said, I absolutely want to continue and encourage you to continue exploring your journey with St. Ambrose. Hopefully you'll be able to schedule a visit with us soon, again, whether that's in person or virtual. And the other thing I wanted to point out too is that at St. Ambrose, we have a number of different admissions counselors who work with students from various areas. You'll see that Brisa, myself, Tony, Molly, and Grayson all work with students from the state of Illinois. So depending on where you live, depending on where your high school is, you would be assigned a particular admissions counselor to work out with. If you're not certain who your admissions counselor is, or if you want to reach out and make that connection, you can always send an email to admit@sau.edu. And certainly do not ever hesitate to reach out to your admissions counselor. We're there to help, we're there to support you, and we're there to help you make this decision as easy as possible, hopefully. So at this point, I will welcome Izzy back, and see if we have any questions that we need to answer or respond to at this time. So Izzy, any questions that we have hanging out there?
No, no questions in the chat at the moment. If you do have questions, please feel free to throw it in there.
Yes, absolutely. And Izzy, anything you would like to add about St. Ambrose that I haven't covered for our attendees?
No, that's great. A lot of information was thrown at you, but I agree with Jill, like come visit campus. It's really important that you do that. We have a lot of safety protocols in place right now. So most of our visitors have felt very comfortable and have really enjoyed their experience. So come visit in the fall. Good time to visit.
Izzy, do you want to talk about what protocols are in place for visits?
Yes, great question. We are limiting the number of guests, so you can bring yourself plus 2 other guests, so mom and dad with you. Everyone does need to wear a mask while they are on campus, so if you don't have one, we will provide one for you. And upon arrival, we will take your temperature and also have you fill out a health screening form, which will just ask you what your symptoms are at that time of your visit. So, and we will be sending you all of those things once you register for a visit, so you know what to expect when you arrive to campus.
Perfect, perfect. Again, if you have any questions, you can feel free to throw them in the question box. We have one. I have already been admitted to St. Ambrose. Do I schedule a visit online as well? Yes, you can schedule a visit to St. Ambrose, whether you are admitted, whether you're still deciding if you're going to apply. Anybody can schedule a visit to St. Ambrose. So you can absolutely go online. Izzy, if you want to throw in the visit link there, Izzy's going to throw that into the chat box. And you can just go to that website and schedule a visit online. And all of our visit opportunities, whether they're in person or virtual, are at that link. Good question. Any other ones that you have? Okay, well, with that, I will have my colleague Kat take back over again. Thank you for attending, and we really hope to see you on campus soon.
Thanks, Jill. All right, well, thank you all for joining today's presentation. Again, it will be recorded and available for you at iacac.org, so in case you missed anything, you can rewatch that. Think about signing up for some other sessions that we do have throughout the next couple weeks. Again, those are going to be available for you to do at iacac.org, so make sure you register there. And just as soon as you close your window, you'll have a 4-question survey that we hope you'll fill out to let us know how your virtual experience was. Thanks.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.